rightful reasons. I'm not trying to put a blame on them. I'm just trying to say that their core is teaching, right? A teacher comes in an institute to teach. A student comes in an institute to learn. If you actually add a layer of technology and tell them, okay, use these 5 tools to teach,
Right.
it is a disruption for them. It is not as seamless as an adoption as any of our IT professionals would take it, right? Because for us, we live in, day in, day out on technology. But for them, it's an intervention, it's a learning curve. So it's how much easy can we make for a teacher to use that tool to deploy to make the teaching experience better? How, if I have to again go deeper into this, can I automate rudimentary activities or things that are repetitive in nature for them? What are these things? Creating lesson plans, creating question papers, assessments for that matter, handwriting recognition, anything and everything that you can think of. These are the things where most of the teachers will spend most of their time even after college hours, right? So we are trying to see if we can automate those stuff. That's the first thing, and we have taken actually leaps and bounds steps. I think that problem is solved. Come to a student, right? Student, as I mentioned earlier, can I improve a concept level experience of a learning for a student?
Right.
Think of a JEE preparation, for example. We all have gone through this the journey of preparing for competitive exams, irrespective of whether you cracked it or not. But if you miss a concept, it's always a catching up in the next subject, right? Today, you have tools available where you can actually assess a concept level understanding of a student before moving to the next topic. And if you don't do this, the chances are that it will have a cascading effect, and the student will not be as prepared as we want them to be, right? So if you can test a concept level before, if you are in concept 3, and if a concept 3 is can be intervened and say, okay, these are the few things you need to come and learn more to go to concept 4. There's no point somebody moving to 5, 6, 7
Correct.
if that is not ready. So this is called hyper-personalized intervention, which is happening these days. So this is where this is something which is valuable for a teacher also and a student. Now, in a class of 60, a teacher would know that, okay, Vaibhav is lagging in concept 5 of maths, for example, or and Archie is maybe lagging in concept chapter 6 and some there, right? So if he or she can come and intervene at that point of time and tell me this is what you should do, and this is what you should brush up your knowledge before you move to the next one, I think that's a win, right? That's where we will see success of adoption of technologies, and that's where our intervention is. It's not about creating fancy tools and creating fancy apps and giving it into a hand of a teacher, which actually doesn't make sense to them, right? It is about how much can we go deeper into their experiences, how can we intervene at the places which matters the most. Correct. Right? And give them, say, a dashboard, or give them a bird's eye view of how your class is looking like, right? Which student needs intervention where, and then maybe build on top of it, and also automate the assessment tools on top of it.